Ant, what are we talking about today?
OMM sleeping bags. Alrighty, we have a new beer. This is a German beer. It's called a Paulaner Weissbier. I think I'm saying that right. It's a Munich wheat beer. I always like the graphics on these cans. They're pretty cool. We've poured a glass each.
Yep.
Because it is there's a big can, and
It's a very big
we
can.
should give it a test, eh?
Give it a cheers. Cheers.
That is so nice.
Oh,
I could
just a nice classic
I think
German
the rest
beer.
of the can might be for me. You want some? You want more?
Yeah, I do want
Yeah,
some.
it's good, eh? That's really nice. So yeah, these guys are a German brand. This is their #1 beer in Germany. I'm guessing that it's probably pretty common to get it over there. But man, it tastes good. Like so good.
It is very good.
Right, today what are we talking about?
Oh, we've got some OMM sleeping bags. So let's check out these absolute bad boys behind us.
So we've got the brand in store. We've covered a bunch of stuff already, but we haven't touched on sleeping bags, and they're really, really good, and we're going to show you why. So essentially, what are they? They're synthetic bags, aren't they?
Yeah.
All of them. So pros and cons, down versus synthetic. Down, super warm, super light, super compact, expensive. But performance-wise, it's often going to give you more warmth for what you're carrying. Synthetic is kind of the opposite. So synthetic has always been well known for more bulk, easier to maintain, better once it's wet. You can kind of keep insulating, whereas down doesn't like to be wet. And price point is often a bit lower on synthetic. We've got what, the lighter weight range?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much more just like your summer weight bags. So for fast packing, but
Oh, you don't have to just do fast packing. You could do fast packing. Tell you what, adventure racing,
Yes.
things like God Zone.
Yeah.
There's lots of different events out there. Any multi-sport race where you need to have a sleep system, even if you're going overseas to do it, it's kind of the way to go. Why are these so good? I think being able to maintain them is super important. So if you're going to get wet and you're going to be continuing to do your event, or if you're just going out for a nice trip, it's going to hold its warmth that whole time, and it's going to dry on its own, which is nice. These aren't going to be the warmest bags on the market because they're actually quite thin.
Very thin.
They're quite thin. But if you have a good mat and you're in the right situation for them, they're going to excel in performance. And they weigh next to nothing, don't they?
Pretty much,
So light. What was the weight, do you remember?
So the weight on these, you're averaging at about, what was it, 380 up to about 540 grams.
That's pretty good.
Throughout. So you know, in that half kilo mark, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, well, they use a PrimaLoft Gold, which
yeah?
is like really good. I mean, that's one of their best
tier,
insulators
eh?
that they have. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fantastic. Now, each of them use a different weight PrimaLoft.
Here we go.
So we've kind of put an order here of actually lightest to heaviest. So your lighter ones, and well, I should say an interesting thing that OMM do is they have 2 different weights within the bag. So the actual bottom of the bag where your back is a lighter weight. So in these guys, it's only about a 40 gram per meter square system, whereas the top is a 60. And same with the foot box. So, you know, you got a sleeping mat which has warmth to it. So you don't need as warm of a back to it, which is what's great about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously, it's to keep the weight down, you've got little quarter zip, so it's enough to kind of get into it. But if you had a zip that went all the way down, essentially you're going to increase your bulk, you increase your weight, and the price goes up a tiny bit as well. But I mean, the fabrics on these are so thin. You can kind of, I mean, it's hard to tell on camera, but it is super thin. So they've really designed it to be as compressible as possible because it is synthetic. Now you got the colorway that we've got here is pretty.
Pretty much the
This is
colorway
it. Nice and bright. Pink is pretty sweet, like neon green. And then as you go this way, you just get warmer, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah. You're just increasing in that PrimaLoft. So
yeah,
you up to the heavy ones, which are your like 100 on the back and then 133 on the front. So pretty warm.
Yeah.
Which is also where it gets its name, the 233. It's the
Now I've noticed on the fit, you can kind of see on the shape, it is quite a relaxed shoulder area. So I guess what that means is that it's going to fit a variety of people. So maybe if you find that some brands on the market a little bit snug, maybe give these guys a whirl.
It's also quite narrow on the foot box, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
designed to keep that warmth in, keep your feet nice and toasty. 'Cause
Absolutely.
those
And
further extremities get
what's
cold
the
quite
one next
quickly.
to it?
This is actually the waterproof variant of the 233.
That's pretty cool.
So it has a 10 thou waterhead to it.
Oh, wow.
So that's fantastic on like wetter climates.
To give you reference on that, because people are like, what does that mean? The average running jacket for trail running for compulsory kit is 10,000. They go upwards from there, but 10,000 is like fully waterproof. It's going to keep you bone dry. You will sweat in it a little bit more because essentially it's creating more heat because it's not going to breathe as efficiently as these guys. But if you're in a situation where it's wet and cold and you want to keep things nice and dry, the waterproof one would be a really good option. I can see people using these for like school camps as well.
Oh yeah, easily.
Especially in summer, Christmas time, you want to go and take away something nice and light that's not overkill. It can get pretty hot in the summer. These would be a really good option. And then the good thing with these is that once you have it, and then you're like, actually, I'm going into a slightly colder climate, you could actually just bump it up by putting a liner in, couldn't you? And that would increase the temperature without compromising the bag too much. And it means that you're going to have this for majority of the time. But it also means that you can be a little bit warmer when you need it for that odd trip, because you want to always
autumn and
100%. You want to buy for what you're doing majority of your trips with. Now, have we got one of these packed down?
We do. We got the 233.
Just to give you a bit of perspective into actually how small it goes. That's pretty tiny.
I mean, it's not the smallest, but you can compress these down a little bit further.
And you could put that into a compression bag, couldn't you?
Easily. Yeah,
100%.
But
so that's a little bit bigger than a down jacket, or in some cases it's the same size. Probably very similar to the lighter weight down bags on the market, especially from the likes of Cedar Summit that have really gone for that high fill power. But from OMM, this is pretty good. And I don't think that'll take up much space in your bag.
No, not at all.
So they're all going to be similar size, by the way. Just depends on which one you go for. So we've got these in stock. I think they're mostly regular, aren't they?
Yep, they do regular, and they will do a large length in the, I think it's actually just the 160. So they'd range at about 195 centimeters, but they can go up to 205 if needed.
So if you just work out how, you should know your height, work out which one works for you, come in, hop in them, and see for yourself tell us what you think. But they're all in stock in the shop. Thanks, guys.